bit, but I feel those relationships, like those friendships outside of that context are becoming like real friends that can open up and hang out with each other. I don't know. It's just...
I finished the first part of the sketch for this. I was going to put like a birthday cake in front of me, but I think I'll do it separately, or maybe even like cut up some colored paper. I'm not sure, but I'm definitely gonna paint this part with gouache now. Hi, it's Mel. If you are watching this, today is my 24th birthday. Wow. I've been painting myself for my birthday every year since 2024, which admittedly isn't a very long tradition, but I really enjoy doing it. I am the type of person who gets sad around their birthday, so finding little ways to celebrate myself through these little artworks helps me feel a lot better about it. I also really like looking back and seeing the different ways I've depicted myself as the years go by. Last year, I painted me and my younger self sharing cake at a table where my, I think I was like 8 in that depiction where I had cake all over my face. And during my 23rd year, I've done a lot of reflecting and started enjoying things I used to like a lot more, without shame. It's been a full year of me doing markets. My 1-year anniversary of doing markets was on the 7th. Today is the 8th as I'm recording this. But it's really exciting to think about. It's been a little over 2 years since I've been running my Etsy shop, and now I'm working on opening up my own website to sell my work and kind of move off of Etsy, which is scary, but it's also been a lot of fun putting that all together. I think I've grown a lot, and I found the kind of art that I enjoy creating now, and I think my artistic voice has been growing a lot as well since graduating. I always worry that my art may come across as childish, but I honestly am fine with that, considering I am inspired a lot by the things I love in childhood, like my Nintendo games, coloring sloppily with crayons, taking stupid pictures on my mom's old digicam, and my favorite characters and little creatures. The older I get, the more I realize that just because I'm an adult, it doesn't mean I have to abandon what makes me happy and fills me with joy and whimsy. There's no shame in it at all. I think I'll probably be playing Animal Crossing and Style Savvy and Tomodachi Life and Fields of Mystria till I'm old and gray. And when I think about that, I look forward to time passing and living a life where I don't compromise on the things I believe in or what I enjoy just because I get a little wrinkly. This year's piece is kind of like a collage, or mixed media at least. I've been drawing in my very simple Animal Crossing inspired doodle style, but each year I like to paint a self-portrait with a bit more detail, so I kept going with that. When it comes to rendering things, especially when it comes to rendering people, I feel like I have a lot more control when I paint traditionally, and I use my sketchbook as a means to lay down the base of whatever piece I want to do. Plus, gouache is my favorite medium, and it's just a lot of fun to see things come together. I honestly am not skilled enough in digital art as of yet to be able to create something, like do like a full portrait that isn't more on like the looser doodly style, but that's just because I don't know. It's like I really enjoy drawing on my iPad, but there's something about the way that traditional art looks, especially with the way that I like to like draw people with very thick, bright, bold brushstrokes, and it just gives, I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it.
but I like the feeling I get from looking at my gouache portraits. I messed up quite a bit when like trying to paint the sweater, especially with the lettering. I am not very good at lettering, and this is just a self-portrait for my birthday, but I wanted to put in like little aspects of my partner, so the jacket that I drew myself in is their sweater, and I can't spell San Francisco. Well, first of all, I couldn't even get it to fit. But then I was like, you know what? It's okay. I'll just put San Fran because I can't spell anyways. But it's definitely okay to mess up. And the good thing about gouache is just you can just layer over it. So it was very nice and very fun to do. I think that painting traditionally, especially with gouache, requires a lot of patience because you have to wait for things to dry, and I mess up a lot because I don't really have that patience. Now I'm just painting a quick cake. I had the idea in the beginning of cutting paper to make the piece have a really big mixed media feel when I combine all of the elements, but I honestly did not have it in me to cut up a million of my colored cardstock paper and glue it together. And I'm not a cake decorator by any means, and while I was painting this, I had no idea where to put the frosting and stuff, so it is wonky, but I think that adds charm to it, and I'm sure if I decorated a cake in real life, it would be so much worse, so I'm really not that worried about it. I finished the traditional elements and now it's time to move over to adding everything together on my iPad. I will be real, this is probably one of the most difficult parts of putting everything together to make a nice composition. I used squeakoids that I painted in my sketchbook as little cake toppers because I love Animal Crossing, and pink is one of my favorite colors. Purple is my favorite color. Pink is a close second, but I do really enjoy drawing with pink. It's just a lot of fun. So I made my cake pink, squeakoids pink. And for this part, I drew my little Sona, who represents the silly and positive parts of me. I really enjoy depicting myself in that way, just a little creature. And the direction of this piece is I was inspired by people who take Polaroids looking down at their cakes. So I kind of wanted to give off that kind of feel. And of course I put fish on my cake because, you know, that wouldn't be me without drawing fish of some sort. My blue fish is kind of what set my art into the stratosphere, so I will never abandon my love for fish. Took a couple tries to figure out how to write what I wanted. I was considering maybe writing what, like, my birthday and stuff traditionally, but I decided against it because I don't know how I would have transferred that over. It would have been like a lot of erasing after it got scanned, so it could just be transparent, which is totally fine. I added some PNG little stickers to give sort of that vibe of when you draw or like decorate your Polaroid. I save a lot of PNG assets that I come across on Pinterest that I think are cute. So here's me just adding a lot of cute things to the Polaroid. I also know there's an easier way to get rid of the background on like the PNGs that aren't actually PNGs, but I don't know, something about erasing is pretty fun. It's annoying, but it is fun. And of course I had to add the little sticky design I made of me and my partner so that way he can be included in some capacity, because this birthday wouldn't be the same without celebrating it with everybody who I love. So I'm very grateful to be surrounded by my family, my art friends, my regular friends, honestly anybody who interacts with me, whether that's at a market or someone who likes my work and decides to tell me about it. It really means a lot. And to be able to celebrate with my partner as well. My goals for 24, of course I've said it in different videos, but my priority is to make as much personal art as possible this year, and just to continue to do things that make me happy. Here is the finished piece. I had a lot of fun making it, and I hope you like it too. Bye!